Right, this is my new Attacker race jersey, which I got. What do you think? Pretty cool. But I will not be reviewing this today because I haven't ridden it yet. The review today is these Rapha Merino arm warmers. I've done about 12,000 kilometres on these. Now, regulars to my channel will know that my relationship with Rapha is interesting. I sort of hate them, but I sort of like them as well. I don't know what that reveals about my inner psyche, but you know, there you go. So we don't really need to introduce Rapha. Everyone knows what Rapha is. They are an English company who make stuff that breaks and sometimes doesn't break. Let's just do a little overview then. These are merino wool with a little bit of elastane in the material. These are a small. Like I said, I've done 12,000 kilometres on these. They are just arm warmers, right? So, you know, there's not a lot to say really about them, but these, right, have been excellent, surprisingly. Nothing's gone wrong with them. Nothing at all. They cost about 8,500 yen in Japan, which is about $80, I guess. You can check the site to see the exact price. So they're expensive Rapha price stuff, but you know, whatever. In use, they've been superb. They're really easy to sort of pull down and pull back up again, and when they're down on your wrists and you're climbing and stuff, while you're sweating a lot, and obviously these things get soaked in sweat, they don't seem to get sort of waterlogged, and the sweat evaporates pretty well. So when you pull them back up and you start going down a descent, you don't freeze to death. They fit really well. They're good around the wrist. They're not sort of baggy and loose, and then they just conform to your body all the way up. Like I say, these are a small, so you can work it out. Bit of a short introduction here, but these are actually good, and they have lasted for 12,000 kilometres. That's amazing for Rapha. Let's go into some more detail then. Right, here's the close-up then. You can see it's got a little sew-on logo here. The other one doesn't have that. There's no left and right with these things, they're both the same. So you can choose which side you put this on, depending on how you feel. The top is where all the action happens. It's got a sort of rubber gripper thing, which actually does work very well. It's come apart here slightly. 12,000 kilometres though, I think that's all right. And it still totally works. You can see a little bit of the thread coming out there. All right, I mean, as all Rapha stuff does, but again, that's not sort of structural so much. I mean, it's not ideal, but you know, that could be fixed pretty easy. So yeah, the material's very nice. It's feels soft and so on. This end, nothing's happened to the thread. It's all held together very well. They've done a pretty sturdy stitching there, which is nice, rather than like a single line, which a lot of guys do, which is stupid. Yeah, so these have held together very well, apart from this little bit here. The other one is the same, of course. One thing I did notice is this rubber bit sort of rolls over on itself slightly, but you can sort of squodge it down with your hands if you really give a shit. Yeah, it doesn't affect how it works. With like in terms of care, how I care for these, believe it or not, I do actually care for my stuff. Washing these things, and like I wash all my cycling gear, I put it in delicate bags first before I put it in the washing machine. So I wonder, you know, that's probably contributed to their lifespan. But I sort of think you should be doing that to all your gear really, because cycling gear is a bit delicate. This thread's coming out a little bit, but again, it's not completely coming apart. Yeah, so these things have actually been very good, very good. And I'm sort of surprised, and I feel a bit weird to be able to say I recommend these.